So today we will see what is regularization. So in machine learning, regularization is used to reduce the overfitting. So regularization is a technique used in machine learning to prevent from overfitting. So when we are developing any model, so what we do is we will check that model is overfit or underfit. So whenever we are developing any model, that will not perfect. Either it will overfit or underfit. So we will check the model is underfit or overfit. So when we get to know that our model is overfit, then we want to reduce the overfitting of that model. So how can we reduce the overfitting? So regularization is one of the topic which is used to reduce the overfitting. So it's a technique to reduce the overfitting. So what does it mean that what does it mean to say that I'm using regularization? Suppose we have a model and we are saying that we are using regularization on that model. That means our aim is to reduce the overfitting of that model. And how can we reduce the overfitting? Suppose we have one model, suppose regression model we have. Okay, we have one regression model we have made. So and it is overfitting. This model is overfitted model. So we will use regularization. When we say that we are using regularization, that means we are adding some extra term to the model's loss function. Suppose this model has loss function L, and we are saying that we are using regularization, okay, in this model. That means we are adding some extra term to the loss function of this model. So we are in regularization, we are basically using one extra term, adding some extra term to the loss function of the model. Okay, so now types of regularization. How many types of regularization? So there are three types of regularization. One is lasso that we call L1 regularization. Second is Ridge regularization that we call L2 regularization, and third one is elastic net. So we will see uh, what is lasso, ridge and elastic in other video in detail. So now here we will we will see what this means. So lasso means here regularization means we are adding some extra term to the loss function. So in lasso what we are adding, we are adding some extra term, and this extra term is lambda times the weight of that model, absolute value of the weight times lambda. This is the term that we will add to the loss function of the model. Suppose now if we are adding this term, then we call it lasso regularization. Okay, and when we add this term, the square of the weight vector times lambda, this term, if we add this term to the loss function of any model, then we call that we are using regularization on that model. Okay, and now in elastic net it is a combination of both L1 and L2. So it is the combination of both L1 and L2. So suppose one model is overfitting, suppose we have one model and that is overfit. So when we are using elastic net on that model, then we will add both L1 and L2, this term and this term in the elastic net. If we are adding this term, then we call that we are using lasso or L1 regularization on the model, okay, to reduce the overfit. And if we are adding this term, then we are using ridge regularization on that model. And if we are using both the terms L1 and L2, if you are using L1 and L2 both, then we call it that we are using elastic net on regularization. This is all about regularization. We will see in detail in the next video. Thank you.